Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna continue working on part 12 of this low-rise condominium. Let's get started. So in the last video, we were able to finalize our model. We created the site right here, and then we also added all this border, like the wall here. And then we finalize everything on the model. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to level 1, and then here we're going to create a camera view of the building. So I'm gonna create right here, just straight, and then we're going to maximize this part right here. In doing that, we're setting up our model, and then here we could do realistic, and as you can see, we have our model like that. And then we're gonna use this so that every time we open our model, we're gonna see this one. So to do that, go to manage and then starting view, and we're going to use the 3D view, this name, 3D view number 1. So this will be the look where every time we open our model. And then after that, we could create our sheet. So let's select sheet, right click, new sheet. We have asymmetric, I'm gonna use that, but if you need different size, we have it on the title block, and then you can choose or load all of this. So I'm gonna use asymmetric, and I'm going to use this and ACD, arch core design, and then project is low rise condo. And then you can even change the name here, so cover sheet, and then you do this, so ACD, and then check by ACD. You can even change this one, date, so 2025-06. So you can do that. And then we need to add more, so we could do is new sheet, keep on adding new sheet like this. So for now, we're going to set 5 of them, or 6 actually. So now we're gonna put this one first floor, and then you could also change it here, second floor. We could put this one as typical floor 224, and then here we have 5th floor, okay, and then we have elevation here, and then another elevation here. And then let's add in another one just for the section. So here, if we have there, you could change it on this side as well. Section. So now the cover sheet, the 3D view that we created, we could render that. So it's better to render that instead of just using the 3D view. The reason for that is you can expand it and also it looks better if you render it. So here I'm just gonna go to the 3D view, and then I selected view and then render. This will pop out, and then we have draft here, and different setting will increase the time that it will render, and then the quality of it. Okay, so the higher it gets, the longer and then the best quality you can have. So now I'm just gonna do draft just to show you, and then click it right here. It will just take a couple of seconds to finish, and then after that we'll be able to change the exposure. So now it's ready. You can adjust exposure. So here, if you see that this one is too dark, let's make it bright a bit. And then make it warmer, and then click apply. And as you can see, the changes reflect to that. If you don't want any of the changes that happen, you can reset it. Okay, and then now you can export it to different file types. We have bitmaps, JPEG, portable, PNG, or TIFF files. So depending on what you want, or you could just save it to the project. I'll just save it to the project, and we could name it render 1, and then we're good. And then we could close this, go to cover sheet, and then you will have a render here, and then you'll be able to just add it, change it to no title so that we don't have those, and then we could double click here and then expand. Okay, so that's why it's better to do this one instead of just the 3D view. So make sure to render it. Also, I'm just gonna go to south elevation. I want to see something. I saw something that this one right here, like I just want to align it because I saw it. Want to make sure that everything is aligned properly and nothing is over that, so that we have a good rendering as well, and everything is consistent. There we go. And then you could just double check everything around it, but for now I'm just going to double check here. And then in the cover sheet, we're gonna add a sheet list. So go to schedule under your project browser, right click on that, and then we have new sheet list right here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add sheet number first and then sheet name afterwards. Press OK, and then it will add it, or it will create it, and then we simply add it first before we do any changes. So we have it here. We could double click and then change this to, of course, drawing list, and then go to appearance, and then we don't want this gap here, so uncheck that. And then here we want this one to be bigger, and then this one 6, and then the body we want it to be 4. So whatever you're comfortable with, you can change all of that. So now it will look like this, and it will follow along here. So now we need to extend this one to make everything look nice. There we go. So now we have our drawing list here, and as you know, this one is accurate, and it's every time you do some changes, it will change itself here, so you don't need to worry about it. If you add a sheet or remove a sheet, it will reflect here as well. If you change any sheet number, it will reflect here as well. So no need to do anything here, just add it and then forget about it afterwards. So now let's go to second floor. Before I'm adding any of the floor plans, I usually do a dry run of adding it first. So here it's too small. I noticed already that. So what we're gonna do, we need to change the scale and then add it again to check how it looks. So now this one looks perfect, but we just need to crop it. So to do that, double click here, and then we need to check all the extent here. So crop view, crop region visible, and then annotation crop. Check all of those, because we'll be able to just crop the ones that we need, similar to like here. And then once we add it, it will look much better in our model. Even if you cut it like this one, I'm gonna put it all the way right here, it's not gonna cut the grid bubbles and grid lines. It's because it knows that architects or designers need this in order to coordinate the location of everything. So it's not something that you can easily delete or remove. It will always follow along, even if you cut into the floor plan, as you can see like that. So now what we're gonna do is we're going to go back here and then drag and drop here. So as you can see, everything looks nice. I usually, in our company, we add like border lines. So I'm gonna use thin line, and then here we put 10 millimeters and then 10 millimeters, and then we do it like this. Remove this, and then let's add it in the middle where this is, and then we grab this title, and then if you notice, it's still saying level 1. We could change this without changing anything here. So I just want to put this one as first floor. To do that, go to the viewport or to the properties, press escape, and then select this view first. Once you select the view, you can change this to first floor, and then select here and then apply. It did change here, but it didn't change on the floor plan. So that's the best move, so that we still have this one all in sequence without the change of the naming. So we only change it right there. So now this one is good. I'm going to select the border line that we did so that I could copy it to clipboard and then paste it to the second to fourth floor sheet. So paste it to current view. I already know the scale that we need to change here. So 1:50. And then what we could do is we could change the name to typical floor plan 224. Then apply. And then here, make sure to check all of this so that we know where to cut. So here I'm just doing those changes before I go and apply it or put it to the sheet. So I'm gonna do that now. Just a little bit big, but we could always change that. This one will follow along even with the dimensions. And then we could just extend this one. And then here, add it below, click on the view so that you can have this dot here so that you can drag it. Press escape. So that's done right there. Let's go to the 5th floor. Go to modify, paste align to current view so that we have the border. This will be level 5 or the top or penthouse. 1:50. Change this. Crop all of this so it's a little bit smaller, so I know it's gonna fit the same way to the crop area. And then here we could do 5th floor, and then select that and then drag it, and then we could just crop it again so that everything, we don't need to rescale this. And then here, push this one back, move this one here, select that, and then change the title or the naming here, and then fix the title line. So the 5th floor is done. What we can do as well, so here if you see this one that is too big, you can edit the family and make this one a little bit smaller. So you can always do that. You can always change that to size, save none, overwrite existing version and its parameter. So as you can see, it fixed itself, and then it fixed the other sheet as well because everything is connected. Okay, and then now we could do elevation similar to what we do in the floor plan. Test it first. It's too small, so we could just do 1:50 again. Check it back, and then just crop it afterwards. Okay, so each elevation, make it to fine, consistent color, and then crop it. Okay, and then you can put shadows on it, and then you can change anything afterwards, like even the background if you want to. And then so we're gonna do that on all of them. 1:50, fine, realistic or consistent color actually, and then check the shading or the shadows, and then crop it. And then go back to elevation. Let's paste this to current view, and then I know we're going to add another one, but right now I just want to add this one so that it's easier for us. Add in the elevation for this. It looks too big, so we're gonna crop it at the bottom. So we're gonna crop it properly in the next one as well. I think that's good enough, and it's gonna be tight. And then fix it like that. And then the other one, CO. And then crop it. this one, we need to lower this one. We could just force this one to low so that we have enough space. Spacing is harder if you have a taller building that you usually have. Don't work on. So usually we use this sheet for houses, and then we could just crop this portion right here. Okay, I think that's perfect on that. And then here, let's add it at the top, and then clean up on the crop portion, and then lower this. Okay. I think that's good enough, and then we could just move this one right here, and then now it looks cleaner. So I'm gonna copy this. So I'm holding on Control and then copying all of this. What I did is I click on Tab, it will highlight everything, select it, and then hold Control, and then click Tab again, hold Control to select it, and then copy clipboard, and then we're gonna paste it on the other elevation. Paste current view. So that's ready. We just need to crop this one properly. So we already know what to do. So we need to consistent color, shadows, and then check all of this, and then move this one like that, and then move this one as well, and then crop it nicely like that, and then right here. I think that's good enough. This one is to 50 as well. Fine, consistent, and then shade it, and then check all of this. And then now let's add this on the elevation. So south would be here, and then west would be here. Okay, so now we just need to fix this. Click right here, and then we could just move this one a bit at the top, and then move this one right there. And then after that, go to section. We're probably going to add same one. We haven't added the sections yet, so I'm gonna show you how to create a section. Let's go to level 1, and we're gonna click here, section. We're gonna create slicing through the stairs, and then here in the middle. if you notice the section, it doesn't have information yet, but once we add those to the sheet, it will add those information afterwards. I just fixed that one because it was on an angle. I'm going to add this one right here as well, and then we crop it right here, and then the view range for this one is from here as well. So now, because we created this, it created a section right here. Section 1:50. Everything looks nice. It was cropped as well. We put in shadows to give it the depth here as well. Click find, shadows 1:50, crop below, and then here put it to fine as well, so everything is showing. And then now we just need to go to our sheet, section sheet, and then add this one and then the other one as well. And then once you add those, as I told you guys, it will create those section information. Okay, so section 1, clean this one, and then this one as well. Okay, I think that's good enough. And then let's add this one right about here. Okay, so now this is good. We can then now create our sheet or print our sheet. Let's close all of this, save it for now, and then click on print, choose your printer, make sure this is combined. Once I select this, this will shift there, so it's going to separate files, so make sure to change it back. And then here we could just put it to desktop, select here, uncheck the views because we only need the sheets, check all, and then here you can save full set because we check everything. And then you can even create another one, like for example save as again. This will be, for example, correction 1. So for example, if you have addendum, and then this is the only sheets that you need to have, and then save that, you have correction 1, and then you have full set, so it's easier for you because most of the time drawings can take more than hundreds of drawings. I have a project that has like 200 sheets, and then in order for me to organize everything, I have this kind of presets already ready, so that anything that the client wants, I'll be able to be ready to print it. And then here just press OK, and let's wait for that to print. So we have it printed out as a PDF. So this is the cover sheet. As you can see, we created a section, but we don't need to worry about that. It was added instantly. And then here, first floor, we have this typical floor 2 to 4, And then we have the 5th floor right here. We have the elevations. And then we have the sections. Thank you for watching and I hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below.